Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Today got a pretty exciting video. I went to Floral Street in Covent Garden earlier. I was looking for one of their perfumes in particular. It was a Ylang Espresso. The shop was like totally rammed, so I was just not into it. I just like snagged all of their samples and just legged it. And I haven't sniffed a single one of these yet, so I figure I'll give you my first impressions on the channel. Thought, why not? So let's talk about Floral Street. They're a pretty new brand. They came out in 2017, and they're a niche brand, but they've kind of hit the market in a kind of a big way. They've gone all in. They've got a shop in King Street in Covent Garden, which is directly opposite, more or less, Joe Malone. And all along that street, you've got like Paul Smith, Burberry, Chanel at the end, Diptyque around the corner. So, they've kind of gone all in. They got Jerome Epinette to do all of their perfumes. He's worked with Wilhelm, Byredo, Atelier Cologne. He's done some Zara perfumes, and he's worked with a bunch of other people. So, he's not a small perfumer. They've gone all in. They've bought, they've kind of, so are they niche? Are they indie? It's hard to tell. They're kind of niche, but they're basically the woman who runs the company. She's just kind of come up with a business plan and backed it financially, and then they've kind of paid off Jerome Epinette to come and create an entire collection, and then they're selling it. It's pretty, it is niche, I guess. For me personally, I like the romanticism of the kind of independent perfumer who kind of is the kind of head of the company and the artistic director and the perfumer. But how often does that really happen? It's pretty rare. They kind of rock this kind of biodegradable, eco-friendly idea with these boxes that they're really excited about. I actually kind of dig that. You get sort of a lot of niche brands these days, and they're coming in like ridiculous wooden boxes and the presentation, and it's quite nice, but sometimes I wonder how much they're overcompensating for a kind of mediocre perfume with like an intensely good presentation, and I think it's quite often. Anyway, they seem like a pretty interesting brand. They brand everything. It's obviously marketed towards women. It's Floral Street, and all of the perfumes are kind of heavily floral based. But I don't mind wearing a floral. I'm pretty into gender bending, so I wear any perfume. I don't really care if it's marketed towards men or women. I think if I like it and I can pull it off, I wear it. So I'm mainly interested in Ylang Espresso, which is one I want to try. But any of these, if any of these are nice, I'll consider buying them and wearing them. They've got 7 perfumes. I've actually only got 6 here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I've got 7. Oh no, so they've got 8 perfumes. I've only got 7. I didn't pick up Black Lotus, no, Black Iris, but I've got the rest of the line. And they kind of market it towards the modern urban woman, which again, it's just marketing bullshit, isn't it? And apart from that, I actually find that they're pretty reasonably priced for a niche. They're charging 55 quid for 50 ml. That's pretty reasonable. That's pretty much designer prices, really, like kind of middle designer prices. So that's quite impressive. But I don't know, check the quality and see if that's there. So yeah, I'm going to run through them. So I've got Black Lotus, Chypre Sublime, London Poppy, Neon Rose, Wild Vanilla Orchid, Wonderland Peony, and Ylang Espresso. So Ylang Espresso, that's the one I'm most interested in, but we're going to work through them, and I'll tell you the notes as I get to them as well. So first up, we've got Black Lotus. I can already tell, from the thing, this is probably going to be quite a dark evening sort of scent, but it might not be, just sort of guessing. The notes in Black Lotus are black cherry, red peppercorn, saffron, centifolia rose, black violet accord, narcotic musk flower, patchouli, labdaman, and black leather. So it sounds pretty dark, doesn't it? So let's have a crack, see what it smells like. Blimey, that's strong. There's a lot of rose in that straight away. Black Lotus. And it's a heavy rose, it's nice. Oh, that is good actually. Okay, what's in this? Black cherry, okay. Red peppercorn, saffron, centifolia rose, black violet accord, narcotic musk flower, patchouli. I'm getting a lot of the patchouli. Labdanum and black leather, yeah, okay. So it's definitely, it's thick and it's quite heavy and it's quite dense. The rose is really strong, which is possibly the only thing that's putting me off it. The rose is quite big in this, but the black cherry is really nice. But that rose is quite sort of musky and powdery, but very dense. And that sort of puts me off it just slightly. In terms of me wearing it, I think this is really nice. I think if I would really like this on a woman, for sure. It's really nice actually. I'm not sure if I'd wear it. Like rose, I like rose and I like wearing rose, but this is sort of, the rose is very big in this. If it was sort of nestled down a notch, I'd wear this for sure. I still might wear this. I think it's quite nice, but I'm not convinced. I think that rose is a little strong, but it's really nice. I really like it. So that really off the top you get the black cherry, but that's kind of knocking down already slightly. But off the top you get a really strong black cherry and a really thick, dense rose. That's quite dark. I'm not sure about the peppercorns and the leather. The labdaman's definitely there. But maybe the pepper will come out later in the dry down. But yeah, that's a very, very nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a quite a good one. I like that. Black Lotus. I'm not sure I would wear it, but I like it. So next up, Chypre Sublime. So this one you would think is going to be somewhat lighter and a bit patchouli. Incense, pink pepper, wild geranium, damask rose absolute, midnight violets, patchouli, labdaman, benzoin, and olibanum. So yeah, this one you would think it's going to be a little lighter. So let's give it a crack. What is it? Chypre Sublime. Oh, okay. I like this as well. I'd wear this for sure. This one's definitely, I would say, more unisex than the other one because there's that rose isn't there to kind of soften it. This is really nice actually. The patchouli is very fresh. It's not a dirty patchouli. I actually quite like dirty kind of raw earthy patchoulis, but this is quite a kind of clean patchouli. But it's really, so the incense, pink pepper, wild geranium. Yeah, I suppose it's the geranium that I'm getting is quite light. I really like this. Again, I would wear this, but I still think I would prefer it on a woman. I mean, obviously these are all marketed towards women, so I don't mind a bit of gender bending, but I think that's going to be the case a lot where I'm going to say I would prefer it on women. But this is really nice. It's it's very light, but again, it's got quite thick floral in there. But the floral is a little sort of more sort of held back than in the Black Lotus. In the Black Lotus, that rose was quite big. It's quite held back here, sort of restrained a little, and there's sort of the incense and peppers coming out in this one. There's pink pepper in this one, right? Yeah. So it's more incense and pink pepper than floral, and the floral takes a back seat more in this one. So in the Black Lotus, it was very much like rose, whereas this one, you've got the incense and the pink pepper, and then the florals are kind of coming in the back seat. They're really nice, and then there's a clean patchouli. That's really nice. I like that one as well. Okay, next up, London Poppy. London Poppy, I have no idea what a poppy would smell like, and I'm not sure if poppies grow in London. But Florida Orange, Sicilian Lemon, Apricot Blossom, Jasmine Sambac, Neroli, Sunflower Accord, Marine Accord, Cedarwood, Hinoki Wood, Black Amber. I like that. Hinoki Wood is an interesting note. I quite like. There's a Comme des Garçons with Hinoki Wood, Kyoto I think it is, that I really like. Oh gee, this is yeah, there's a Florida Orange, right? Yeah. So straight away you're smashed in the face with that orange. Smells a bit synthetic. I mean, synthetics are fine in perfume, but this is a very vitamin C orange. I like it, but I'm not sure I would want to wear this. But not because it's too feminine, I'm just not sure I'd want to wear it. This is not my favourite. The orange is nice, but it's not. It's a bit synthetic. And it's smelling just of orange at the moment, but it sort of smells like those vitamin C tablets that you might, you get those kind of orange vitamin C tablets that kind of fizz up in the water. This is what this is smelling like. I'm not seeing this one. Florida Orange, Apricot Blossom, Jasmine Sambac, Neroli, Sunflower Accord, Marine Accord, Cedarwood, Hinoki and Black Amber, yeah. Soft. It's really soft underneath that orange. If the orange burns off quick, the dry down to this might be really nice. But all the while that orange is there, I can't get into this. Yeah, all the time that orange is there, that's a scrubber for me. Cracking on, next up, Neon Rose. This one, potentially interesting. It's the first one with a white lid. In fact, no, I can't smell it, but maybe I can just envisage this rose being a right striking beast. So what is actually in this before I spray it? Bergamot, Cassifer, Apple Blossom, Sichuan Pepper, Cyclamen, Juniper Berry, Egyptian Jasmine, Angelica, White Cedarwood, Peach Nectar, and Crisp Amber. Sounds quite interesting. Let's give it a crack. Oh, I like that. So again, I'm glad we're back to do it again, because that London Poppy was not pleasant. But this is all right. I could get with this. It's soft. This one's probably the softest yet. It's something citrus in here. Oh, okay, bergamot and apple blossom, I suppose, is kind of not citric, but yeah, I like this. Sichuan pepper, that sounds like a nice note, but I'm not getting it. You'd think it would stand out, wouldn't you? But it's not sticking out yet. But I like this. I'd wear this again. I would definitely wear this. I think this is probably the most unisex yet. Sort of typically unisex. Which is surprising given that it's bright pink, and you look at the kind of imagery for it, like a white rose with kind of pink splatter all over it. But this is, to me, the most unisex one that I've smelt so far. So yeah, you've got a bit of the citruses coming off the top there, but not in a bold way. They're not overpowering. And that there's that a kind of apple blossom that I can smell. And peach as well, definitely. Sort of a peach and an apple. Very nice, very fresh smelling. This is a sort of spring, I think. This would be a kind of spring, summer kind of thing. Really nice. I'd wear that, definitely. So the florals again take a back seat in that. And it's the sort of the greenery and the apple blossom is strongest to me, that apple and peach. But it's quite natural smelling, say with departure from the vitamin C of the London poppy. This is, yes, a good one. I'd wear that for sure. Neon rose. Okay, so we're trucking through these now. We've got Wild Vanilla Orchid next, and you can kind of probably guess what the idea of that one is, right? So notes for Wild Vanilla Orchid are cassie, lemon, vanilla blossom, bamboo. It's an interesting note. Jasmine, vanilla beans, sandalwood, patchouli and red orchid. Say bamboo is an interesting note. It's a difficult note to work with, I find. When I'm making, because I enjoy making my own perfumes, and I find bamboo really difficult to work with because it's kind of green and sharp and quite watery. It tends to muddy things quite quick. So yeah, quite an interesting one. So this would be an interesting take on a vanilla if it's got that in there. Okay. The vanilla is obviously huge off the top. I would wear this as well, for sure. It's quite a feminine vanilla, but I could wear it. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable wearing it at all. And that's still all I'm really getting is like huge vanilla. Although there's that clean patchouli in there again. The clean patchouli from, was it Chypre Sublime? Same kind of patchouli accord. It's quite clean, not dirty. It's very sweet, but it doesn't cloy. And it doesn't feel thick either. It's very sweet, and it's thick on a good level. It's got that kind of nice, soft vanilla thickness, but it's not thick on a kind of oppressive, like, oh my god, I'm drowning under vanilla kind of vibe. It's that some perfumes can sometimes get into. But it's really nice. The vanilla's softening a little now, actually. And I'm getting a few more other things. Smells like citrus again. And there's definitely like the clean patchouli is quite up there in this one. What else is in it? Cassie, oh, lemon. Okay. So yeah, there's the citrus. So it's like a lemon vanilla, but with a really clean patchouli. I like that. I would wear that. So far I'm doing pretty well, because out of 5, only one of them I think is foul. I'd wear that. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. On a woman, again, obviously, it would be really nice, actually. Yeah, Wild Vanilla Orchid. Yeah, I like it. We've got Wonderland Peony. I quite like the idea of this one. I like peony as a kind of note generally, so I'm quite interested. So what are the full note list is Sicilian Lemon. Okay, so Sicilian Lemon was in London Poppy, but it also had that orange. So I'd be quite interested to see the Sicilian Lemon without that orange. So we've got Sicilian Lemon, pink berries, pink guava, violet, peony accord, raspberry flower, vanilla bean, cotton candy, cedarwood and vetiver. Right, this is going to be an interesting one, because I really like vetiver, but I'm not sure I'm going to be down with all the rest of those. This sounds like it might be the most feminine one of the lot, doesn't it? It definitely is feminine. This one's definitely leaning hugely feminine. But it's nice. This reminds me a little bit Okay, I can see that cotton candy accord. This reminds me of water rides in theme parks. Specifically, if anyone is about my age and they remember Professor Burp's Bubble Works from Chesington World of Adventures, that's what this smells like. I like this, actually. I would wear this. This is really nice. It is feminine, it's very feminine, but I don't mind that. I would wear this. This is actually maybe, okay, this is maybe my second favourite one, behind Chypre Sublime. In fact, I mean, I'll come back to them at the end, but I really like this. So off the top, that lemon is not playing anywhere near as big a role as it did with the orange in London Poppy. So the citrus is kind of nestled in, like blended in much nicer. Pink berries, pink guava, raspberry flower. Okay, that's yeah. I'm picking that up quite a bit. So a lot of the raspberry and the peony, and I suppose the pink berries are kind of that pink kind of berry vibe. Yeah, I'm not getting much vetiver, which is a shame. I wonder if that comes out in the dry down, because say I'm a big fan of vetiver. But it's very pink. It's very like the pink berries and the raspberry, like a kind of commanding note here, with a bit of vanilla to kind of soften up the sharpness, because otherwise I think it would be very sharp. Again, I think this in the summer would be maybe summer evenings or springtime. This might be legendary. Like a springtime smell, this would be amazing. I would love to smell this on a woman in the springtime. I think that would be a really nice perfume. I would wear it as well, but it smells like a bit salty in here, like a sea salt, but it doesn't say anything about marine accords or anything like that. There's nothing sort of salty in there, but I'm getting a kind of salty marine. Definitely smells like there is a salty marine in there, but it's not listed, but I'm getting it. I would say it's in there. Some sort of sea salt. So mainly it's kind of pink berries with the sea salt and this touch of vanilla. Again, the florals are there, but they're taking more of a back seat, and the kind of berries and the sea salt have the front row, which I like. Really nice. Second favourite, I think, behind Chypre Sublime, but we'll come back to that. Okay, last one, Ylang Espresso. This is the one that I went to the shop for. This was the one that I wanted to specifically catch a whiff of. This is what I was interested in. I quite like, I'm on the hunt for a good coffee scent at the moment, and I like the idea of this one. So we've got tangerine, citron pepper, fresh rose, jasmine, tiramisu accord, patchouli, ylang, espresso beans, and garlic wood. Now that sounds pretty good to me, so I was pretty keen. So this is the big one for me, because this is the one I was looking to purchase. I say I was looking to purchase. There's a couple more now that I might change my mind for. Oh, okay, this is rich. Tiramisu is stronger, something boozy in this. Dusty, very dusty. Very rich, very dusty, a bit boozy. Chocolate more than coffee. But I get that tiramisu, yeah. Just citron pepper a little bit. It is a bit peppery. Patchouli, okay, so the patchouli is probably the dustier note. There's a kind of dusty, kind of, I wouldn't say earthy patchouli, but it's a bit kind of dusty and a bit sort of must, a bit more like the kind of traditional, how you imagine patchouli being, that kind of musty bookshop. That's in there. There's definitely like a musty patchouli, right? I would say this is actually leaning pretty masculine. Definitely leans masculine. Out of all of these, this is the most, I suppose if you want to say unisex, but I would almost point it masculine. Really nice though. I'm not sure I'm not sure I'd want to wear it. I probably would wear it. In the winter, this might be a belter actually. But it's a bit musty. It's the patchouli in this, the way the patchouli is coming across to me in this, is a little bit old-fashioned. So I suppose it's possibly the jasmine and the patchouli. Ylang is quite a soft note, or the Ylang that I've smelled before is quite a soft note, so that might be doing it as well. But this is nice, it's really nice. The tiramisu note seems to be dying down quite quickly. When I sprayed it, it was like big tiramisu straight in your face, but already that's kind of almost taken a back seat, if not gone. It's there, it's definitely there, but I wouldn't call it a gourmand, not at all. This one again harkens back a little to the, what was it, Black Lotus, with that quite dusty floral, that is a thick dusty floral right up front. So this one I would say is one of the more floral of them. And it's good, I like it. And I would definitely wear it in terms of it being like male, female, unisex. I would say this leans the most masculine out of all 7. But I'm not sure, it feels a little bit old-fashioned to me. There's something, what I think with this, I think if that tiramisu note hung around longer, this would modernise it and make it quite a trendy fragrance. But because that's burnt off so quick, it's almost kind of leapt to a base or sort of leapt through the kind of top notes straight to the heart, and that heart is quite classic and old-fashioned, so it's kind of lost its modernity along the way, but really quickly, obviously. Very nice. It's nice. It smells like a good perfume, but for me, no, it's a little bit old-fashioned. I'm not sure I'd want to rock that, but otherwise quite nice. So the whole line, really nice actually. There was only one duffer, was London Poppy. I didn't rate that. I still can't get behind it. It's a good fragrance, I like it, but that orange is just too synthetic to me. It's too much like a vitamin C tablet. So quick buzz. So we got Black Lotus. The peppers come out in that now actually. Black Lotus, really nice, very dark. You would want to wear that autumn, winter, for sure. Nighttime, really, I think, would be a bit heavy for a daytime fragrance. Very sexy, very nice. I like it. I'm not sure I'd want to wear it because that rose is just a little bit sort of in your face, and so I don't mind wearing roses, that's fine, but it's very much a feminine big rose smashing in your face. Not much room for much else in there, so I'm not sure I'd want to wear that. But it's really nice. Chypre Sublime. That's really good. I really like this. Chypre Sublime is really nice. The incense is really nice in this. It's a really, saying now I've left them to sit for a bit. You've got the incense is really strong. And there is the damask rose, yeah, so there is a rose in this as well, but whereas I wouldn't wear the first rose, I would wear this rose because the rose is settled in a little bit behind the incense and stuff. Really nice. Really like that. Chypre Sublime, I recommend giving that one a crack. First we got Neon Rose. That one fell on the floor? Yeah, Neon Rose. I like this. This is really good actually. Very green now, actually, getting like stems, like flower stems. bergamot, cassifer, apple blossom, citron pepper, cyclamen, juniper berry, Egyptian jasmine, angelica, white cedarwood, peach nectar, and crisp amber. Yeah, but I'm getting mainly flower stems. Really good. Really like that. Quite natural smelling, and yeah, sort of flower stems more than anything. More than kind of the florals of the flower. I'm getting the florals from the kind of almost like that aquatic-y kind of watery flower stem greenness. Really good. A nice summer, perhaps. Spring, definitely. Like a spring. A nice spring one, that one, neon rose. Really like that. Wild vanilla orchid. Remember liking this one. Yeah, that's good. Vanilla's good actually. That's really good. That's possibly my favourite so far. So the lemon is enough to just soften that vanilla and stop it being cloying. It's enough to freshen it up, but it also kind of lends it down that almost like cheesecake kind of vibe. But it's not strong, it's very subtle, like lemon in a vanilla. It's not, there's nothing harsh or gross about it. This is really blended softly. It's really good. Yeah, that's a really good one. So again, Wonderland Peony. Oh god damn, that's really good. Yeah, okay. That's my favourite by miles. I'm gonna have to say Wonderland Peony. I think it's a 4-season scent. I think you could wear that any season. I wouldn't want to wear it perhaps in the summer day. I would perhaps dial it back to summer evenings. Might cloy a little bit in a high heat. All of these I think might cloy a little bit in the high heat. You can kind of tell it's a British brand because it's not that high temperatures, but I would possibly not wear this in the high heat. Although that's sea salt. It's not listed, but there is definitely sea salt in this. It's just really good. I would, yeah, sort of a 4-season, and I wouldn't wear it in a summer day, but summer evening definitely. Any other time, definitely. Really good. So I'm gonna have to say Wonderland Peony, and then Wild Vanilla Orchid, Chypre Sublime. No, actually, Neon Rose, and then Chypre Sublime, which is interesting because Chypre Sublime was quite hard when I started, but it's slipping back now. I'm gonna have to say Wonderland Peony, by far my favourite. Smells rich, smells complex, fresh. It's sweet, but it doesn't want to make you die. It's really good blend. Really, really well blended. Yes, Wonderland Peony, amazing. Wild Vanilla Orchid, really good. Neon Rose is really good. In fact, well, no. Neon Rose, really good. And Chypre Sublime, maybe not so much now actually. I'm kind of going off Chypre Sublime now. It's kind of getting the dusty sort of floral that the others have that I didn't like. Still good. For a Chypre, yeah, it's good. But I think my 3 favourites are definitely Wonderland Peony by a clear margin, and then Wild Vanilla Orchid, very nice. If you like vanillas, really nice. And then Neon Rose, which is just quite a unique scent actually. Though that flower stem vibe is really good. Neon Rose, definitely. So give this one another crack again. It's good. Ylang Espresso, higher than a lot of the others, but it's a little bit old fashioned. I'm not sure I could jive with that. The rest though, amazing. So yeah, that's Floral Street really. That's my first impressions. I'm not, I might spend a bit of time wearing my favourite 3 there, and then make sort of longer reviews, because this is just a kind of rough overview. Obviously I hadn't smelt them at all, so I'll kind of go away. I might definitely going to give Wonderland Peony and Neon Rose a couple of wears, and then I might do some sort of longer reviews. I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple of bottles at least. Yeah, good house, I like that. Anyway, like, subscribe. If you've got any comments, stick them in. Follow if you want. If you don't. Cheers.